today, taxpayer media have finally found the big killer, the big danger, the thing that we must do to save lives here at home and change the climate globally. And it is the fireplace at your joint. Yes, I'm talking to you right now. If you are currently warming in an Australian winter with wood, either behind the glass, in the heater, or in a beautiful fireplace where you can hear the crackle, well, guess what, my friends? You are part of the problem. And according to the data of which the ABC decided to focus on today, you may well be a killer of your fellow Australians. Let me read from the holy texts from the source, that being the ABC. The Centre for Safe Air at the University of Tasmania estimates that long-term exposure to wood heat smoke causes 729 premature deaths every year in Australia. Now, just think about how long we've been burning wood. We've been burning wood for, 65,000 years? All the way through to today, and we've done it in different ways and different styles, but this has been the way that humans have kept themselves warm during winter. Well, now that too is a problem. 729 premature deaths every year in Australia, which is more than the deaths attributable to emissions from the national fleet of 20 million vehicles or from energy generation or even bushfires. Put simply, the single biggest climate killer, your heater. So what have we got to do here? Well, there are the graphs that back all of this in. And again, I'm just but a lowly member of the general population. And of course, if it's published by the taxpayer-funded media and it's from an institute or anything like that, then we must take it as the gospel that is given. Well, surprise, surprise, you people in regional Australia, yet again, you are part of the climate problem. I know. I mean, who knew? Who knew? Who knew? Who would have thought that perhaps the climate change happening around the globe may have a little something to do with China, a little something to do with the third world, a little something to do with the United States? No, it's you who burn wood in regional areas. The darker the colour, the more problems there happen to be. Wood heaters are so polluting, it only takes a relatively small number of homes burning wood to expose millions of people in a city to population. You don't necessarily see or smell a thick blanket of smoke, but the fact is that increasing the background population every winter means that we can measure the effect on the health of the population. Now, as always, when it comes to these things, yes, there are plenty of examples of people who have said, I've got asthma, my kid's got asthma, the idea that when I go into the backyard, it's my neighbour who's just got smoke pouring over, it's difficult. I get it, right? I have absolute sympathy and I understand that situation, right? It's difficult for renters, but for people who, of course, purchase houses, a little indicator that there may well be somebody burning a fire, could well be the chimney that has been on the roof of your neighbour for the past 5, 10 or 50 years. So perhaps if it is going to be a health concern, you just have a little look at those things before you, in the same way, some people don't like to live under power lines. You can see it with your own eyes. But what a surprise. Of course, when cars were the problem, you must change the cars forever. But don't the cars have batteries which have elements that are dug out of the ground in Africa, and the whole question about just how environmentally effective the production of those? Shh. We're taxing cows because of the amount of fluffs they put into the air? Shh. It means we don't have to do it on insert interest group that you would like to pay more tax. Well, now get ready, because someone somewhere, most likely a Teal, will say that it is time to end the fireplace, the evil fireplace that they claim is responsible for. And again, if true, this one's going to, the ball will start rolling. You know it. 729 premature deaths every single year because of people burning wood, of which we have for dozens, hundreds, and thousands of years. So apparently climate change, when person, I'm PC, invented fire, the beginning of the end of the planet. Okay.